missing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. Win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah.
On a run from my given disaster, speed away from the holy mind. Pride, that's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving. In the heat from a hot California, I forgot how you look like in rain. That's why I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road tonight. Lost my head Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious. Idiots thinking it will matter, keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm not gonna wake up.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long, want you.
Watch all night, 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 watch all night.
Tell me, why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Baby, now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, all your love, all your love. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, all your love, all your love.
We know what time it is when the Sparkle song comes on. We are
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long.
and I would love to know how many times
You Always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong.
Chat so we can check those sexy numbers.
Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Know that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine. You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up? Shine. Go ahead and shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine, shine, darling. Go ahead and shine, my dear. 'Cause who cares if you might mess it up? Just shine.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Strategy with Sally. Today, we're going to help you to stop leaving money sitting on the table. But before we kick off, I want to check with everyone who is watching. Answer me this. How many times do you follow up? So wherever you're watching, listening, or streaming, or wherever you are watching or listening to this, put it in the chat now. Get those little tippy tap fingers out. The episode has just begun. Let me know right now, how many times do you follow up with a prospect? And I'm talking to you VIPs as really, okay, the sound is really quiet. All right, let me check. Thank you. Let me check if I turn this up. It's a new microphone, so I'm just trying to fix all the sound levels. Let me try. How's that, Christy? Is that any better? Let me know. Is that better? Okay. It's not better? No, okay. Okay, let me check. Okay, well, let's get the settings right because this is a recording. I reckon the microphone is there. This is the microphone. All right, this is where me fixing all my settings comes into play. Okay, how about that? Is that better? Okay. When I turned it backwards, is that better? Is that better? Any better? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woohoo! We're gonna teach now. No? No? Keep talking to me, ladies. Okay, what about if I turn it this way? Is that any better? That's echoey. Yeah, cool. All right. So I've turned that up. Normally I put headphones in. Okay, one more sec. Oh, there's something else I can change. How about that? Is that better? That's about as loud as it's going to get. Okay, cool. New microphone, no headphones right now, so I can't actually hear what my sound is like. Normally when I'm streaming, guys, and this is for everyone out there, when I'm streaming, I can actually hear the sound as well, so I know what the levels are. Can you just talk again, Christy, for me? I'm just going to come to this room, and I'm just going to make sure that you're streaming as well. So can you just talk? No, you're not streaming either. Okay. Why are you not streaming your sound? Let's go. Ecamm virtual mic, Ecamm audio. Try now. Can you speak for me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. And you're also going through the live stream. Excellent. Woohoo! New settings, guys. So for everyone out there, it's all new settings. For a brand new mic in a different location. So thank you, Christy. Alrighty. So thank you everyone for your patience. Let me know where you're joining me from. Thank you so much. So maybe the sound's different in Ecamm as well than it is out there on the live stream in YouTube. So we probably should check that as well. Let me just get all of my little thingies in a row. Okay, that's close enough. Oh, we're cutting half of Trisha and everybody off. That'll do. All right. That'll do for today. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. Brand new microphone and still figuring out all the intricate things. So I got a brand new Rode mic that I can travel with me. Look how cute it is. So he can come traveling with me, he or she or it or they. Just depends what its pronoun is. Okay, let's so if you're out there on the live stream, let me know. And it looks like early motherhood guide is out there. Everyone should give her a follow. She's amazing at breastfeeding. Okay, so you don't miss any of the lives. If you're catching this on replay, then make sure you do subscribe to Dr. Sparkle. We'll get back to that, but I really want to dig into here. And this is where we'll edit the podcast and the short things and everything from. Okay, Ma, Joyce, listening. Are you leaving money sitting on the table? How often do you actually follow up with people? Now, I want you to be 100% honest now. Do you follow up maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times? How many times do you actually follow up? So wherever you're listening to this, make sure you take a screenshot of this episode. And I want you to tag me over on Instagram and let me know your number. How many times do you follow up? So take a screenshot right now. Now, don't be shy. It's okay. And then at the end of this, I want you to then put another post up and share with me your biggest key takeaways. What we're going to start doing is we are going to start calling out those people who share the podcast episode, and we're going to give away some prizes, okay? So I've got some gifts for those people who share. So we're going to do a prize draw on the podcast, okay? And call out some names. Now, if you also leave a testimonial for the podcast, we're going to do a testimonial prize draw and also a share on Instagram prize draw in each and every podcast long episode that we do. So not the quick tip episodes, but the longer episodes that we do. So make sure you're taking your screenshot right now, okay? Wherever you're listening to it, tag me over on Instagram would be best, or Facebook, and let me know how many times you follow up. And then at the end of this, let me know what your biggest key takeaway is. All right, so that's some logistical stuff out of the way, because honestly, if I'm doing this every week for you, selfishly, I want to know you're learning something and also getting better at your sales, marketing, automation strategies. We good? Yes? All right. So let's dig into today's episode about follow up. Now, I know this is a huge thing, and I sat down last night and I did some research to find some places who actually researched some statistics around follow up. Now, some of these numbers are shocking. So let me share with you 9 sexy numbers for where most people are letting money fall through the table. Now, there was a study I read from HubSpot, and it was conducted in 2007, and they actually cited the National Sales Executive Association for this research. 80% of sales require 5 follow-ups after the initial meeting. But get this, 44% of people give up after the first one. Crazy, right? Number 2, so that was tip number 1, statistics, sexy number 1. Sexy number 2, a study by the Beverett Group that was conducted in 2018 then goes and supports the one that I found on HubSpot, which found that the average salesperson only follows up 1.3 times after the initial contact, right? And the same study also found that 80% of sales follow-ups require 5 calls. But again, 44% of people give up after follow-up 1. So that then supported the initial research project as well. Now, here is another one. According to the Sales Management Association, 90% of sales are lost because of the lack of follow-up. So you're leaving 90% of your money sitting on the table. 90% if you would just follow up more than once. And a report by the Insider Sales found that 30 to 50% of your sales will actually go to the first person who responds. So what is your respond rate? How quickly do you respond to somebody when they first contact you? Is it days? Think about how much money you're leaving on the table. Now, the next one I found was by Cyrus Decisions, that 80% of unqualified leads will buy from somebody in 2 years. But 25% of people persist beyond the initial sales point. So think about it. Remember how I always say that the work we do today affects our bank account in 3 to 6 months' time? Now, those are people at a different buying decision level. But if you continuously follow up and nurture your prospects, even when they're unqualified and not yet ready for you, in 2 years' time, they could potentially be a customer. And I've seen this. 4 or 5 years, people have followed me and then eventually become a customer. So do you have a long-term nurture sequence in place? And we're going to get to that. I'm going to give you some hot tips around how you can improve your follow-up systems. Now, the next one, I missed my little subtitles. If you're watching this live, you'll see that the numbers are changing. Number 8, a study by Marketing Donut found 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. Now, 12 contacts, wow. Who's following up 12 times? And again, only 10% of people follow up more than 3%. And another research, finally, number 9. Now, I could have kept going. I had written down, I think I got up to about 20, and I picked the top 9 that I really liked in the statistics. Research by the InsideSales.com, they found that 80% of sales are from follow-up 5 after the initial meeting. And again, most people, 44% of sales don't happen after the initial 1 follow-up. Pretty shocking statistics. That's literally most of your sales come from follow-ups. So who's following up like a pro? Are you? Come on, let me know. be totally honest now. Are you actually following up like a professional? It is not the job of your client or prospect to actually follow up with you. Oh, if they love me, they'll reach out. It doesn't work that way. They are busy running families, lives, events, their own thing. They're so busy running their own thing that they don't follow up. Are you running your business like a business owner? It's like one of those jobs, a to-do income producing activity that most people avoid because of the fear. And I am sure, okay, we sent out a text message for today's follow-up. I'm sure from the thousands of text messages we sent out today, for Strategy with Sally, that some of the people, I'm just checking my phone right now, weren't happy, okay, with the follow-up. 100% amateur, says Flamingo Biz. Okay, so it looks as though, I've got to fix up my text message account. Didn't pay the bill. Must have been low in the monies. I forgot to top up the account. So the text message didn't go out. But generally what happens is when we send the text message out, we get a few stops coming back for when we have Strategy with Sally. Let me know if you got an email from us. Did you get an email from us that made you attend or watch this live today? Right, so this is a follow-up. Just getting people to your free trainings is a way to nurture as well as follow up with people. Okay, so I would put this in the nurture and follow up. Well, I actually call it the nurture to convert stage, which is stage number 3. If you know the customer's life cycle, we've taught this on a previous episode, so you can go back and look it up. But you can totally increase your sales dramatically if you just follow up. Now, before I get into the 9 tips, I want to share a story with you about a client that I worked with who was a fashion consultant, and we implemented what I call here in the Sparkle world the 9-step follow-up. Okay, now there is not many original thoughts up here in my brain. Most things come from modeling success, modeling somebody who is successful. Now, one thing was the VOS. Everyone knows I'm very proud of the VOS. And the second thing is the 9-step follow-up, which is actually 12 things, but 9 automated steps and 3 manual steps for follow-up. Now, this fashion consultant, we had ads running to book appointments with her. And before I had this bright idea, she was getting, a couple of appointments a day. Okay, just a couple. And you would probably think, that's pretty good. No, she was getting, 400 something leads coming in a day. There's a whole story around how we got from about 10 leads a day to 400 leads a day, but that's not about the follow-up. That's about headlines. Again, there's another episode on that. But the follow-up, I implemented this follow-up, 9-step follow-up system in her business. And she had that many appointments booked that we literally had to turn off the funnel. She could not keep up with the amount of bookings and rebookings she was getting because of the 9-step follow-up. And then, of course, there were 3 manual follow-ups. So are you doing that? That takes us to 12 follow-ups, and that's what a lot of statistics said, right? Most of the yeses come between that 5, 6 to 12. So I was like, I've got to throw me into my system at least 12 follow-ups, and we automated 9 of those. It's pretty cool, right? So let me give you some tips now on how you can follow up like a pro. I want you to start treating your business like a profession and follow up like a pro so that you stop leaving money sitting on the table. So tip number 1, personalize your follow-ups. So tailor your messages to each individual based on their specific needs and interests. Now, this will help you stand out from a lot of other contacts, other coaches, other experts that are sending these people messages. It's no longer generic and it speaks directly to them. Now, there's ways we can automate to personalize, but hey, look, read what the people are writing to you or saying to you and respond by repeating back and showing empathy and understanding to those people to personalize the message. Are you doing that? Let me know. Yes or no. I want some yeses or nos for each of these tips. All right, next is number 2. Tip number 2, provide value. So rather than just checking in to provide them with an offer or I have this thing that I want you to buy, provide really valuable resources every time you send a follow-up message, like an article or a blog post or a video like what we do, something that is related to their interest and why they've come to you. So this demonstrates to them your area of expertise and always will keep them engaged. So are you providing value? We call this the lead return sequence because what we're doing is we're giving 3 times. We give them value and then we ask, and that returns a lead back to us. But you don't want to be asking all the time. You see, as somebody who is selling something, we cannot control their credit card. We can't force them to pull out their credit card and buy from us, but we can control the value, the resources, the tips, the help to them so that they can make an informed decision if we're a good fit for them. So remove the emotional connection to the outcome and focus on value. Number 3 is be persistent, but also respectful. Follow up multiple times, but be respectful of their time and preferences. So ask them if you're specifically, say, in a sales call or you're in the DMs trying to set up a call or a follow-up conversation, ask them, what do they prefer? Maybe they want to jump into Zoom. Maybe they would prefer communications via email, DMs, and then how frequently they would like to hear from you. Now, I highly recommend that you're at least emailing once a week. You will be surprised how much money you're leaving on the table when you're not emailing people. Now, you might be that person that's like, I don't read emails. I don't like emails. But guess what? You're not trying to attract you. You're trying to attract others. And some of those amazing people, humans who have used their tippy tap fingers to give you their email address, to book an appointment with you, they want to hear from you. They're adults. That's the reason why they put their information in the first place. And if you don't be persistent and keep showing up, they're going to forget about you. So, number 3, are you doing this well? Are you being persistent? Are you sending an email at least once a week? Now, number 4 is to use a CRM. So number 4 is to use a CRM. So that's a customer relationships management system. So this system can help you to also track your follow-ups that also schedule for you. There's so much automation that you can do inside of your CRM, like sending reminders for making sure you don't get no-shows turning up to your appointments. We use our CRM, oh my God, it's the beating heart of our business. I like to call it my staff in a box because before I had staff, my CRM was taking care of business for me. Now, please, I implore you, don't invest in, and it's not even expensive, but just free CRM software, honestly, let me work out the math. Hang on, I'm going to do the math now. On a good CRM, works out to be less than $4 a day for a good CRM. Now, if you're not investing $4 in your business for your staff in a box, I want you to take a good hard look at yourself and ask yourself, am I a real business owner? Right? The thing is when you set up a really good CRM, what you're doing is you're never going to have to build your automation again. You're never going to have to learn another piece of software. Please avoid the pitfalls and mistakes that I did, going from free to really cheap to the next level to finally going, hallelujah, and finding a really good CRM. You know, it's like the specialist, right? You could go to a doctor that does generic, sort of does a bit of CRM, or you can go to somebody who invests in having a process and a system to make setting up your automation easier. Okay, so I know I get on my high horse whenever I talk about CRMs, and there's a whole nother episode about what we choose, why we choose it, but please invest in a good CRM. It's less than $4 a day, people. I mean, here's my cup of coffee. That's cost me more than $4, right? And I have probably 4 or 5 of these a day. So number 5, in your follow-up system, please set deadlines. Okay, so give your prospects really clear deadlines to take action, such as when you book an appointment, here's what I always say: never finish a conversation without booking your next conversation. So they've got a deadline to make a decision, right? When they sign up for a free conversation with you, let them know this is your one and only time slot. If you cancel or ghost me, you will never get back on to talk to me. This also creates a sense of urgency, and it helps people to move forward to making a decision better. Now, we open the doors to our program and we have limited spaces because of the amount of work that we do. So I want you to start to think about, are you setting deadlines? One, out in your marketing strategies, but even on your sales conversations to help people get to that decision better. Okay, tip number 6. We forget this. So many people forget this. When you have the customer lifecycle automation system set up, you won't forget this because it's an automated process. But do not forget to ask for referrals. Don't just be satisfied with clients who give you referrals, because word of mouth marketing can be a really powerful tool to get more coaching clients. So in our stage number 7 of our follow-up customer lifestyle system, it is reviews and referrals. And you can ask for these. You can ask current clients and even people that have been following you that are not yet clients. Maybe they're not ready for you yet. However, maybe they know somebody who is. So number 6 is ask for referrals. Number 7, get creative with your follow-up methods. So are you just DMing and that's all you're doing, just DMing? Or are you calling? What about sending a personalized video message or even a handwritten note? You know the old snail mail? What about a handwritten note that people are going to their letterbox and, whoa, what is this thing with this is called a stamp, isn't it? Right? I used to collect stamps when I was a kid, soak them off. My grandfather used to collect them as well. So think about, what can you do to really build that stronger connection with your prospects and get a little creative? we have a really fun follow-up video with me and my bird, and we're talking and waving to follow up with people who we meet on Instagram. So what are you doing? Are you doing any creative methods? Now, number 8 is how we can also allow us, if we take you back to tip number 1, which was to personalize your message, if you segment your audience into different groups based on their interests, their needs, you can actually tailor your follow-up messages accordingly, because this can help you create a more targeted, more relevant automation so that they're getting the right information from you based on what they're interested in. I'll give you an example. We have what's called a reoccurring, what's the word of the, give me a moment. See, I write the tips and then I just let it flow, and I've got to remember what we call it. We call it the cycling offers. So what we're doing through a cycling offer is we will go out with our weekly email and we will send them a message, for example, on follow-ups. Now, if they open that message on follow-ups, we then segment them into, these are people who want to know more about follow-ups. Then if they open, we'll send them down a track of information to teach them about how to follow up more professionally like a pro. Now, if they don't open the follow-up message, then the next week we'll send them another email. But this time we're going to talk to them about, say, sales calls. Again, if they open it, we'll segment them so we know these people are very interested in learning about how to do sales calls without feeling icky, sleazy, or gross. And if they don't, the next week we'll send them another message and we'll ask them, maybe it's about automation. And if they open it again, we'll segment them. Now, as they go through each of these different pieces of content, what we'll do is if they open, they'll stay in that track and they'll get the education, okay? But once they go through all of the different topics we have, we cycle them back to the beginning. And the system will recognize, did they open the follow-up first message last time? If yes, send them to the next one. Did they open up the sales calls one? If yes, send them to the next one. Did they open up the automation? If no, send them the automation message. And if they open it, great. If they're not, they'll keep skipping over that one. So what we then do is when we run a promotion around follow-ups, for example, we'll make sure we tailor the message to those people who are interested in follow-ups if we're running a promotion around that. So it will allow you to really hone in and to really target your audience in a way that probably a lot of you haven't even thought about doing. But this is why I love me automation. It doesn't mean that it doesn't become personal and we don't speak to people and automation does everything. Automation just allows us to spend more time with those people who need us now. And the automation takes care of those people who are not yet ready and are just looking for resources. So, tip number 8, to segment your audience. Are you doing that? Let me know. Come on, don't be shy. Let me know. All right, so tip number 9, and you know it's the thing I love the most. Tip number 9 is to track your results. Yes, baby, I'm talking about those sexy, sexy numbers. Are you tracking the analytics to see what the effectiveness is of your follow-up efforts? Like, how many people actually respond to your messages? Or how many conversions are you getting from each of the messages that you're sending? Now, this can help you to identify, one, what is working well, but also, more importantly, what isn't working and what needs your attention for improvement. We have gorgeous Excel spreadsheets that we track our data in. I've even got them coded so that if we don't hit our metrics, they turn red. And when we do, they turn yellow when we're within KPIs. And then they turn green, should be purple, but it's easier, the traffic light, right? Traffic light system. Green when we're above KPI. So use the traffic light system inside of whatever ways you are tracking your analytics. Under KPI is is red, within KPI is orange, and above KPI is green. So there was 9 tips for you on how to follow up like a professional. Because by personalizing your follow-up messages, by providing really awesome value, being persistent but also respectful, using a CRM, setting deadlines, asking for referrals, getting creative, segmenting your audience, and tracking results, you will be able to increase your sales in your coaching business. So keep following up like a pro. So here is your time now to head on over with your tippy tap fingers to the socials. And I want you to tag me on Instagram stories. What was your biggest aha? What was your biggest key learning or takeaway from this episode? And then you will go into the prize draw for I'll have to talk to my team, because literally I'm like, I want to spoil my people who take action. And it's not just about saying what your biggest key takeaway is. It's also about you doing the doing, taking the action. And also, if you leave me a review over on iTunes, head to iTunes, leave me a review on the podcast or wherever you listen to all good podcasts. Leave me a review of what you like best about my podcast name is Straight Talk with Sally. Okay, so head on over, give us a like, give us a follow if you haven't yet followed the podcast. But this is a recorded episode for the podcast, even though it's a strategy session. And I do come in here every single week. Oh, except for when we're launching. But every week we come here with a live hot topic. And if you don't want to miss notifications for this hot topic, then make sure you register for this little cutie, Dr. Sparkle. She will hook you up. So go to sparklewithsally.com and she will send you notifications. But the best way to also make sure you don't miss any episodes is to like, subscribe, and then hit the bell button on our YouTube channel. All of our live broadcasts do always go to YouTube. They go to other places as well, but 100% always they go to YouTube. Some of them might be in 1 or 2 other groups, depending on what the content is, but we are always on YouTube. Okay, so go give us a follow on YouTube. I know that my system is set up to do like a happy dance when people actually subscribe to YouTube as well. We get music playing and all the fun things. All right, now I am going to go over to the comments and see what people have been writing in the comments, and then also I'm going to come to the VIP room. So yeah, Flamingo Bliss says she's 100% an amateur, but she is emailing. Excellent. And yay, she's here live for once. It's so nice to see you. And for tip number 1, I believe was personalize your follow-ups. You're not doing that, so we can totally get you doing that. Thank you so much. All the way from the UK, Yazreen's in the UK. What time is it there? She says she likes my beautiful nails. So here we go. I'll give you a good look at them. We love anything to do with color. Awesome. All right. So, and we've got a few other people out there just commenting some other things. So, Erica asked, what was tip number 2 to provide value? So make sure you're not just always asking. And that's where we do your long-term nurture, which we can push to your account so you don't have to worry about it. And there is training around how to set up a long-term nurture in your CRM as well. All right, now let's come back to the VIP room. Everyone turn your cameras on. Let's make sure I can hear you, and then also the broadcast is going out. But I would like to hear your big takeaway. So let's come to the top of my screen. Jenny. Jenny, what is your biggest takeaway from this morning?
Hello, there's a long list here of things to do. I need to get this set up. I'm not doing it at the moment, so I need to get email follow-ups and various other follow-ups set up so it's automated as much as possible.
Yeah, excellent. Well, we're going to help you do that, so don't you worry. My team will help you set that up. Awesome. What about Joanne? Joanne, what was your biggest takeaway?
I have been following up with people, usually either on the phone or in direct message. But the statistic that they need like 5 to 12 follow-ups just astounded me, because I always 70% of the time I'm doing at least 2, but I will put more effort into that, knowing like on a systematic thing that they want to hear from me whether they really want to or not.
They do. Yes, yes. When I was in network marketing, I even tracked the numbers of people who would say yes, and then those who would ghost you for a long time and then all of a sudden reply. So never think that they're not reading or listening or watching. So we need to continuously follow up, because they are constantly watching.
Mhm.
What about you, Sarah? What was a key takeaway for you?
Sorry for the barking in the background.
That's okay.
I really love, not my dog.
Not mine.
My dogs are quiet.
I can't even hear it. So
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Well, anyway, what I liked was the reminder about segmenting your lists, because there are just so many possibilities of things that you can do with that. And I have not completed my long-term nurture. There's other things that I can do. And with that segmenting, the possibilities are endless. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, excellent. Erica, hello, lovely. What about you? What was the key takeaway?
Well, mine, of course, I had 2, was just obviously using the CRM, and then you're tracking your results, the numbers.
Yes. Scorecard update today. I hope everyone has their scorecards updated. We don't always share them in the room, but it's your prompt every Tuesday. It's like a team meeting that you're going to turn up and your scorecards are updated. Like we are up, like every morning I wake on a Tuesday, well, your Monday, or sometimes a Monday night for us. I'm updating my share of the scorecard. Well, sometimes Christy does it for me, because she knows that, she loves numbers just as much as me. I love it when I log in. I'm like, yay, Christy's done it. But make sure that you are all doing your 3 to 7 scorecard numbers every week as well. What about, who else do we have in the room? Michelle. Hello, Michelle. So good to see you here. What was your key takeaway?
Well, unfortunately, I just got like the very tail end. So my key takeaway is to try to get in here sooner.
Oh dear, that's okay. It's on the replay, so you can always go back. This was a good one this week, just on follow-ups. So, and I'm huge on follow-ups. Most of the time when I'm invited onto a podcast, it's the thing I'll talk about the most, because that's where most of the money is. Like, it's great putting your content out there, doing all of those things. But if we're not following up, then we're literally there's so much money that's left sitting on the table. What about Robin or Trisha? I know your cameras are off, but are you able to turn your cameras on? Tracking, Robin says, plus providing value, giving more than you ask. Yes, that's what we do. It's all about good karma. It's literally one of our brand values, to pay it forward with good karma, because you may be able to help somebody else without them actually paying you. That's a pretty awesome thing when you think about it. I've had people come through our free events, attend our live trainings, and literally have funnels that they've made money from, and they've never paid for a single thing. And I'm like, that's awesome. right? Because they're out there taking action. Because at the end of the day, you could give away your best tips and tricks, and you will be lucky, say to a whole room of 100 people, you'll be lucky if one person actually takes action on all the secrets that you share. That's why I'm never scared to share our content out there, is because I know most people won't take action. And plus, if they really want to learn it, they need to know it in the right order as well. But just lead with good karma, and you'll be surprised how much it comes back to you. And some of those people have later to become clients, but some of them not, and that's fine. Go forth, make millions, and tell me all about it. Trisha's turned her camera on. Trisha, what was your key takeaway, love?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Reception's not very good at the moment. It's segmentation. I really need to separate my my clients into where they are and what they're doing, because sorry.
Oh, so cute.
I'm not targeting them properly.
Look at you, laptop
Sorry,
lifestyle lady. It's awesome. I love it. I can see the caravan behind you and all
I
the
am
good
at the
things.
moment, so yes.
Well,
And
you've got to
Daisy
introduce
barking.
us to
Sorry.
who's visiting you. Come on, I can hear them barking.
No, this is Daisy.
Oh,
But,
Daisy. She's so
Sarah
cute.
has helped me a great deal with things with Daisy, but we're not right there yet. She's only a couple of months old, or she's 5-6 months old.
Oh, well, I hope you're going
So,
to
yeah.
Sarah's puppy training. When are you launching next,
Yeah,
Sarah?
we do.
When are you launching your next live training?
Monday, March 27th in the US.
There you go. Trisha, go to Sarah's training. It's so fun.
Yeah, we have visited a couple of those.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get the 5 days definitely this time. It's
Yeah,
all
well,
good.
there's always
All right,
the
gotta
replay,
go.
right? I even have fun with my older dogs doing
I'll go
Sarah's.
dark.
Yeah, because we're more than just a sales and marketing team here, right? We do all sorts of things like dog training, and it's excellent. All right, guys. So for everyone out there on the live stream, thank you all for joining me. We are going dark now. I'm going to continue to work with those clients who never come in when we're live streaming. It's your turn now. Come on in, hit the VIP room, join us in the VOZ. We're going to answer any strategic questions that you may have, check sexy numbers, look where you're tracking for the quarter. Now, this is the last week or the second last week of the quarter. We are about to wrap up our quarterly rocks and reset our quarterly rocks. So for those who attended the VTO, coming up soon, all of you guys will be part of the live quarterly reset for your rocks. So you'll be getting some information about that soon if you were part of the live VTO. If you want to be part of the live VTO, so it's when we set our 12-year goals, but we also break them down to quarterlies and then we reset them every quarter. We're only doing it once a year, and there is limited spaces for the vision traction planning workshop. It's a 3 full-day workshop. So if you're interested, shoot us a DM on Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook. Let us know, and we'll pop you on the wait list. We don't have a funnel for that one yet, because it was like a spare of the moment thing that we did at the end or beginning of this year, because I've been doing them for 5 years now, and this year was the first year we've actually done it live with our clients, because normally I just do it with our group. As you can see, lots of planning going on back here. I'm sure a few of you are like, what's going on in the background here? So for the Sparkle World, you guys know we always talk about what week we're in. So pre-party week 1, we're back in at the beginning of week 1 of our 8 weeks. So we're actually just mapping out what we're doing, right, for pre-party week, especially because I'm up here in Sydney right now. So that's what that is behind me. It's the next 3 weeks between prep week, pre-party week, and launch week, and what we're all up to. So there we go. And you can start just a little sneaky squirrel over here is our expert list. some of the experts that we've got lined up for you already. Awesome. All right, guys, have an absolutely fabulous day. Never let anyone dull your sparkle, and make sure you get at least one income producing activity done each and every day. I'll see you on the next live. Bye, guys.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And okay.